Hello everyone. Today we are going to utilize a CJ1W DRM21 that will act as our DeviceNet Master. For our controller, we will be using a NJ101-1020. Note, we will need an external power supply for the DeviceNet system, and of course, we will need a DeviceNet slave. For that, we will be using the DRT2-OD16-1. That is our DeviceNet output slave. Carefully check since our remote input and output may look similar. Labels and the color lining are different and indicators that they are different from each other. Now, since all devices have been introduced, let's connect the system. Carefully unlock the CJ1W-TER01 or the NJ end plate by sliding the yellow locks to your direction or facing you. Now the lock is open, slide the end plate off, connect your DeviceNet Master to the side, lock it in place, and put your end plate. Lock it in place. Note, for this setup, we are to wire the connection based on W380 manual. For quick reference, black is power line or negative voltage, blue is communication line low, which is your CAN low or CAN L. The no color is your shield. White would be communication line high or CAN H. Red is power line, positive voltage. External power supply to your black and red, and all connection to pass through master to the slave. Long connections will need a terminating resistor. Once done, check your master unit address. This will be set to 1 at the rotary switch. For the node address, select 1 as well. Now, our slave devices will be set to a node address of 2 at its rotary switch. There are 3 types of allocation method we can do. For this demo, we are going to do it with CX-Integrator, where users set allocations from the CX-Integrator. So now we actually downloaded the actual network from our controller. Here you can double click the CJ1W DRM21. That is our master device. So upon clicking, you will see these are the device parameters. Typically, you will see here if it's an unregistered device, you will see your components up above here. You basically click it down so that it becomes a registered device. Do note when you are allocating the actual units, you can go to each allocation like output and input, and then from there you can go to setup, and then here you can select the type of area or memory mapping that you want to allocate the component. So here I selected data memory. You can pick I/O relay if you want it to be in the CIO mapping, work relay, hold relay, extended data memory. So those are the types that you can allocate it for. The difference between all of them is that they have specific functionalities that are crucial to your integration. So like data memory, it holds the value whenever you power down. So for me, that was a critical feature that I needed for my mapping. So that's why I selected data memory. So the others won't be able to do that. They act like a volatile. So when you turn off power, they drop off the value. So after that, you select the starting word where you want to have it registered for that area. So I picked 0. So these are the ranges. And then as far as the channels that I wanted to display, I picked 100. So it will go from 1 to 500 channels. So after that, you hit OK. For me, cancel since it's already there. So so like I said, so 100, and you can see it up to 99, and it starts at 0. So that's technically 100. So here, you can allocate where it did actually start for that specific device. So me, I allocated it at 10, and it occupies 2 bytes. So here you will notice the device doesn't really start at 0. It starts to wherever you want it to be at. So this is where my actual device is at. It's registered at data memory 10. So that's the starting. So what's the importance of what we're doing right now? The importance of this is we're going to take that allocation back to Sysmax Studio, and then we're going to register it in our global variables. So I hope this helps for the CX-Integrator. So now we can jump to Sysmax Studio. All right, now that we're back in Sysmax Studio, we would like to go to global variables. And notice I have created some variables here to initialize some variables that I wanted to work with. This would be for our input, and these are some very important variables that you can also add. This is to scan the list inside the device master, or create the list in the device master. Like I said, there's 3 ways to actually configure your DeviceNet Master, and one of that steps is using this functionalities over here. For what we're doing, we're not going to use this functions, so we'll proceed on creating the variable. So you right click, create new, and then from here we type the name of the variable. And then for the data type, we will select Word. And then for the AT, we do percent %D10, which is our allocation for our output. So notice it went pick here. Since we're using data memory, we need to click the check box here as it retains the value when de-energized. So I have a red here since I was doing something with my window before. So I just need to take that out, and we are all set. So go online and then synchronize the project once connected. So we synchronize here. So at this point, you don't need to transfer any of your Internet IP settings or the CJ parameters at this point. So just the global parameters. So here, transfer to, and then click yes. And then yes again. And it's good. It already took it. So here we can go to the Watch tab window and type in output control. So this is the current value, 00A. So meaning that 2 of my output right now are on. So we can do 00 or 01, and we will check it in our webcam. And that's it for our connection. Now that we're done with our connection, let's check out where all those configurations and allocation actually went to our controller. So let's go to our CJ1W card. All right, so now that it's pulled out, we want to check the master unit allocations first. And we will select the user set allocation for this instance. And then from here, we do a compare. And you notice all the difference will be highlighted here with not equal to. So what does this mean? If you go back to your CX-Integrator, and then you actually look at this one, you'll notice that we did start at 0, and basically from here, this is this one, the first word. And this is the byte allocation that we actually had. This CE4 that we see here would be this one over here. So it's the conversion of 3300 decimal to hexadecimal. So this is basically what it is. So we want to transfer those values in our project. Okay, so we need to go to run mode. I mean program mode, and then transfer. All right, so now the values are all here. The other thing that I wanted to show you is the values in the slave user set allocation reference table. So these values that you see here would be the values in your slave parameters, which would be the slave function here. So this is this representation here. So quick view for that would be this one. So you basically have this allocation area, and like I said, this is a decimal value, and then we're trying to we're converting it to a hexadecimal, and that is where you get those values that you see in the card. So hopefully that helps understand where the allocation goes to and where to actually find them. And that's it for doing the configuration for DeviceNet. I hope this helps. I'll see you till the next video.